Several years ago, I went through a lot of emotional things. I even had to go sit and talk to a counselor and share some things, and that was one of the hardest things for me to do, to tell a complete stranger about things in my life that was going on, what I was going through. And then here I am on YouTube doing the exact same thing, kind of in a way, to people I've never met before in my life. But when I was growing up, I was very insecure in my life about me, from people making fun of me in school. I was not a good athletic in sports and all these kind of things. I just didn't fit into all of that. I tried for a period of time, but that was not who I was. My son called me out on something a few years ago, and it really was a wake-up call for me. He said, Daddy, he said, you act a certain way around certain people that you don't act, around other people. It's just like you're a different person. And I'm going to tell you something. That was a wake-up call for me when my own son, teenage son, seen that in me and called me out on it. I was like, okay, you're right. I knew it was right. And I made a decision right then and there. I made a decision. I've got to be who I am. I've got to be real. I've got to be authentic. And I can't try to be something I'm not just to try to fit in with people and to try to explain myself and to get people to understand me or understand my problems or understand my personality or who I am. I just have to be real and have to be me. And sometimes our emotions can get out of whack. So, well, you're a man. You shouldn't show your emotions. You shouldn't do that. Well, why not? Now, I'm not talking about being a weenie or a wuss, okay? But I'm talking about that if you're hurt and you're going through some things, or there's some things going on in your life, you can't hold that in forever. It's going to come out one way or the other. My wife got really sick about 4 years ago. I mean, I almost lost her due to some kidney things. We thought we was going to the hospital for some routine kidney stones, and it turned out to be she went complete renal failure. And we went through about 8 surgeries in about 3 months. It was really bad. And, I really thought I was going to be, a widow and finish raising my kids by myself. And I changed jobs within that 4 years. And it was outside of COVID. And I had a daughter that moved off to college. So I had a lot of things that was happening really fast. So I just kind of went into a real funk there. And I didn't feel like anybody understood what I was going through. And that was during that period of time that I was not being who I was. I was, not being real. I had to dig deep to find me again because I lost myself. I lost myself for a long time. And I don't know if you've ever lost yourself. I mean, if any of this relates to you, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we can get a discussion going on this. But I lost myself for a long time. I mean, I didn't even enjoy doing the things that I once loved. And there was a weekend that I kind of had to myself. And I had the house and everything all to myself. And when somebody's kind of facing a little bit of depression and stuff, sometimes that's not a good thing, but it was a good thing for me. Because I kind of looked at myself and I kind of said, you know what? I've got to find me. I got to find me again. And I kind of went out and I started doing some things that I used to do, and it was a struggle because I was in such a low with myself that I had to push through some things. And when I started pushing through to do things that I enjoyed doing, I started finding a little bit of life in myself again. And man, I mean, even all the way back to the classic rock music that I used to listen to and all that kind of stuff. This is what I learned about the whole situation. And I'm no therapist. I'm no anything. This is just what worked for me. Is that I knew in my mind that there was nobody that could help me. Nobody could make me do anything. I had to want to help myself. I had to want to get out of that state of mind for myself. And that goes along with a lot of different things in life. You can't help anybody in life that does not want to help themselves. And when I begin to get on the backside of the loneliness feeling and the depression and all that kind of stuff, I realized things were not as bad as I made them out of my mind to be. People were not thinking things that I thought they were thinking of me. I was putting those kind of thoughts in my head. Here's a big thing that I had to learn for myself, and I've learned this with age, is this right here. Just because someone does not react the way that you think they should react to something does not mean that they're thinking a certain way about you or your situation. See, when I was going through all this stuff and I was telling people about it, I wasn't getting the reaction from them that I wanted. I wasn't getting the help from them that I wanted, or the encouragement or anything that I wanted, I thought that I needed. Because people are busy in their lives. People's got their own problems. They got their own things going on in their life. So just because I wasn't getting that reaction of different things made me feel even more lonely. Made me feel even more depressed, and the deeper I wanted to crawl in my hole. See, I was having a pity party, and nobody was showing up but me. Nobody was showing up but me. So, being the loneliest person in a crowded room. Well, it's a real thing. Because I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and I never want to do it again. Comments, have you ever been there? You know, the loneliest person in a crowded room? Maybe you're there now. It's just my thought for today. That is my perspective from my past experience and my present experience on being the loneliest person in a crowded room and facing a little bit of depression. Definitely, the old head will play tricks on you.